guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
But it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Hollis Jefferson. And it's Covington in at the 3. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard from outside. Not going to go that time. And it's Dallas the other way. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. Dallas again missing. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Hits. Caught that one from Nurkic.
280 pounds. I think Nurkic is well within his means to score past contact.
McCollum against Richardson. Out to Doncic. Back to Richardson. 6 to shoot. The pass to Marjanovic. Porzingis trying to get free. And the layup falls.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Lillard against Doncic. McCollum kicks to Covington. Shot clock at 6. Hollis Jefferson. It's rebounded by Porzingis. And they're pushing it up. And foul on the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. Portland with the ball. Lillard scanning the floor. McCollum up top. Richardson covering. McCollum no good. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Doncic outside. McCollum against Richardson. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. Doncic lays it up and banks it in.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard outside. Here's McCollum. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Richardson trying to break loose. Goes up again. Kicks it out to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Mavericks leading. The drive by Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Now here's Lillard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Doncic against Lillard. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Robert Covington picks one up.
You can't afford to leave your feet around Josh Richardson. Terrific at getting that guy up in the air and drawing the foul.
And the first one drops. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Nicolo O'Malley comes in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And Anthony gets it to go.
Carmelo really has great footwork down low, showing off the feel right there when he gets near the paint.
41 seconds left in the first. Here's Melly, covered by Anthony. Hardaway passes to Melly, stolen by Kanter. McCollum with the ball, and it's Richardson picking him up, and stolen by Richardson. Left side, Hardaway. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
That's a hard-nosed play from Hardaway, absorbing contact and not taking no for an answer.
Inside, Anthony. And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Powell in at the 4 spot.
Well, Cauley-Stein positioned himself early and then found the reward there as he collected the ball and threw it through.
Pass to Anthony, out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
That one drops for him. Simons has got his first basket.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Burke dishes to Powell. And Kanter pulls it down. Trailblazers trail by 6. Anthony, the pass to Jones, and it's good for 2.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Now here's Burke. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Outside, Redick. Back to Burke. Lock at 6. It's Redick on the wing. He lobs it up. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Here's Simons. Burke covering. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Burke looking over the floor. Down low. Powell with it. Jones covering. Out to Hardaway. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Norman Powell. Robert Covington's checked in for Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. Doncic comes in for Hardaway. Lillard. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Great look, but off the mark. Doncic finds Burke. Porzingis with the ball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Outside, Redick. 50 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Doncic passes to Porzingis. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Melo sees the space, Melo gets to the space, and Melo scores.
Here's Burke. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Porzingis kicks to Burke. Porzingis with the ball. Hollis-Jefferson's there. Lob pass to Porzingis. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So both teams changing it up here. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the half. Now Lillard. Steps back and fires. Here's Nurkic. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They've got a 2-point lead. Kenny, give us your take. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Yusuf Nurkic.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Lillard against Doncic. Now, here's Lillard. He's covered closely. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Richardson outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Richardson's got it all tied up now for Dallas. And for Portland, they're shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Doncic against Lillard. Always going up for the alley-oop here. That shot off the mark. The Mavericks shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Finney-Smith passes to Richardson. To the middle. Finney-Smith kicks to Richardson. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Richardson, good.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
And here's Portland. A 2-point game. Here's Lillard. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That one on Richardson.
Yeah, Lillard is fearless, able to take that hit and calmly knock one down and one.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Derek Jones in for Robert Covington. Then for the Mavericks, Powell comes in for Porzingis. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Lillard against Doncic. Up again. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Doncic finds Richardson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And it's a 4-point Dallas lead. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a court general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Anthony comes in for Hollis Jefferson, and Norman Powell subbed in for Damian Lillard. Then for the Mavericks, Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Redick comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Powell.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
Passes it to Brunson. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Now the pass to Marjanovic. Back to Brunson. 5 to shoot. Here's Porzingis. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Dallas moving it around, and Jones sends it back. They get it back. Redick passes to Porzingis. Out to Hardaway. Second shot opportunity. Porzingis can't hit. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's McCollum. Porzingis with the block.
Well, you can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first. Harry Giles is checked in for Carmelo Anthony. The Mavericks also with a sub. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for J.J. Redick.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. He's off from 17 feet.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Hardaway with a wide open look. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
How about that, mixing in the mid-range J? Hardaway finding some room out there to shoot one off.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks heading to the bench with a 7. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And the Mavericks making a change here. Richardson's checked in. To the paint. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. Back to Porzingis. Pass to Finney Smith. Stolen by Cantor. Here's McCollum. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. McCollum's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Trailblazers. Pass to Brunson. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Doesn't go that time. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And Portland making a change here. Lillard's checked in, and Dallas with a change here too. Doncic is checked in. Lillard the pass to Cantor. But he recovers it. A second chance effort. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And he commits the intentional foul. A different look now for Portland. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Cantor. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anfernee Simons. The Mavericks also with a sub. Marjanovic checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Finney Smith passes to Marjanovic. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. It's good.
I'm not bothered by getting hit on that play, probably because CJ is capable in the air to make an adjustment.
Doncic feeling it out. Kicks it out to Richardson. McCollum against Doncic. The shot, no good. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Lillard against Doncic. Now, here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. To take the lead to the inside. Here's Nurkic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Mavericks leading. Porzingis passes to Finney Smith. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Doncic outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Outside Covington. Back to Lillard. Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And the dunk by Doncic.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that could decide the outcome.
1:52 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Lillard outside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Harry Giles comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And Norman Powell subbed in for McCollum. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Doncic against Lillard. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Mavericks leading by 5. Powell kicks to Doncic. Passes to Kleba. Stolen by Kanter. Powell with it. Now guarded by Redick. Lillard got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Doncic dishes to Redick. 5 on the clock. Out to Hardaway. It counts.
That is a gutsy shot from Hardaway, and he comes through.
A lot is on the line here.
Crowd is so focused.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Lillard, the pass to Giles. Powell, no one around him. It's a hand on it. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
And so it's Dallas winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they...
Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K's. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Covington in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George, and it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here's Lillard. Covington kicks to Lillard. From deep three-point range, Morris with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Morris trying to free himself up. That one, no good. Good D by Covington. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Jackson with it. Now Covington defending. Pass to Morris. Wide open. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
And George, here we go. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Lillard with it. There's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. 6 to shoot. And Morris comes over to help. Hollis Jefferson, good. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. George looking around. And the layup's good off the glass.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Lillard against Jackson. A putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Morris passes to George. Back to Morris. Nurkic with the steal. And they're moving it up. Hollis Jefferson, good. Hollis Jefferson's got 6 points.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now here's Jackson. And there's Paul George on the assist by Jackson. He has 6.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Here's Lillard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Cans it from downtown.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Lillard against Jackson. Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now here's Jackson. Back to George. And stolen by Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Back to George. 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jackson finds Zubats. Outside for George. 6 on the shot clock. Over McCollum. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
Lillard looking around. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Floats it up there for Nurkic. No good there. Jackson passes to Morris. And here is Zubats. He's guarded by Nurkic. The shot, no good. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 5. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Batuma's out there with Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Beverly in at the 2. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Simons, the pass to Anthony. And the rejection by Cousins.
All over that one. DeMarcus gets himself in position, times the block beautifully.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Lillard with no one around. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They now take the lead. Beverly's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
A shot that Beverly's developed. Once you have the floater, you don't always have to get to the rim.
Pass to Anthony. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Anthony's got his first points in this one.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Kennard. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. The layup off target. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Jones against Kennard. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Batum. Good D by Jones.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there. Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Ball stolen. Cantor finds Lillard. Back to Cantor. Cousins pulls it in.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Puts it up. Here's Batum. And he lays it straight in.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
Here is Lillard. He has 7. But they recover it. No good from outside. And Beverly kicks to Rondo. Misses the 3. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. The pass to Simons. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Simons has got 4 this quarter. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Here's Simons, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Jones drives in, and that one clear. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Anthony right side. Portland no good that time either. The shot no good. And some good action through the first 2.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. Portland came out ready to play. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had some real... And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Hyundai Hollis Jefferson out there with Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the 3 slot.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now here's Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. Outside, George. For the 3. Sinks the triple. George has got 13.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
Lillard on top, guarded by Jackson. And it's Lillard missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
George passes to Jackson. For the lead. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Portland leading, and now Portland on the break. And it's Lillard missing.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And they take the lead. 16 points for him.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Passes it to Nurkic. Here's McCollum. Lillard from outside. Lillard again missing.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
Leonard, no luck. For Portland, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Now McCollum puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Reggie Jackson. Rondo against Lillard. Now here's Rondo. Tight defense on him. Some solid defense from Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And a wide open look for McCollum. Off target from outside.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
And the call. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
1:52 left in the third quarter. Simons the pass to Cannon. Here's Simons. Off the run. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For Portland, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws. And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up. They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
And it's the Clippers' ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. Leonard inside. Anthony on him. Man gets the bucket.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. A different look for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. The Trailblazers also changing it up. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Robert Covington subbed in for Derek Jones. Lillard outside. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Kennard against McCollum. Right block shot, and he knocks down the jumper. Kennard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
Perfect play to run there to get a clean look.
Lillard attacking. There's Hollis Jefferson, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Clippers lead by 9. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Batum is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Beverly in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in the first half.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Beverly with the ball. Morris outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Kennard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here is Lillard from deep. That shot is off.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Jackson. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Covington into the lane. And the dunk by Covington.
For a player who plays with emotion like Covington, those kind of plays can really get your motor running.
Now here's Beverly. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. That one doesn't drop. Now Portland takes it the other way. McCollum left side. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. And now Portland on the break. Covington with the ball. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Cantor's checked in. A three from McCollum. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's George. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court, and then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
And McCollum puts up a deep three. A three-pointer is right on target.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
Back to George. Launches it. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Lillard from outside, and the Trailblazers another 3.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Jackson looking it over.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And the basket by McCollum.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And it's Leonard missing. And here are the Blazers. They're on a 15-5 run. Here's Cantor. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Morris kicks to Jackson. Over McCollum. Jackson misses.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
McCollum finds Lillard. It's good.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
McCollum against George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for the Trailblazers.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Lillard outside. High post, Nurkic. Clock at 6. Rondo with the steal. And George, here we go. Good!
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Here's Lillard. Inside. Count it!
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 1. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
Here's George. It's good!
And right there you see an underrated aspect to Cousins' game. Terrific instincts, senses the open man.
And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. Guys, your thoughts?
And they have just enough time for a catch and shoot here. It has to be an immediate shot, though. That's their only hope.
Count it!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And so the big win by Portland in it. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. We've got time for
Kevin, thank you.
indeed something special, David. Thanks. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point. And for Dallas, they've got Porzingis. Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Here's Jackson. No good that time. And it's Dallas the other way.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Left side, Leonard. Pass to Morris. Now, here's Zubac. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Richardson's running. Finney-Smith kicks to Marjanovic. Doncic feeling it out. Kicks it out to Richardson. Just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
The 3 from George. The rebound by Marjanovic. And so just over a minute and a half played. Doncic against Leonard. Now Marjanovic. The wide open look here for Porzingis. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Knocked away. Marjanovic with it. Leonard picks him up. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Richardson finds Marjanovic. Doncic bounce pass. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here. Searching for their first points of the game. And Morris throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. You cannot give up a lane to the cup. Once Marcus Morris sees one, forget about it.
Jackson against Doncic. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You can go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Up top, Doncic. To the paint, the 10-footer. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic. Porzingis has got 6 points. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. George against Richardson. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. The shot by George, no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher. Oh, go get it, big fella. Porzingis with the skyscraper.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 4. Leonard kicks to George. Here's Zubac, and the rejection by Marjanovic. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, he throws it down with such ease. That rim might as well be 8 feet off the ground.
George looking over the floor. Passes it to Zubac. It's rebounded by Dallas. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good.
I don't know if it's underplayed, but there's an all-around aspect to what Paul George does on a night-by-night basis. This guy is an elite two-way player. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Here's Brunson. Here's Powell. Count it.
Well, this is where Dwight Powell is in his element. All of those physical abilities coming to bear on the interior. Nicely done.
And so the first quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Dwight Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And Cousins gets it to go.
Boy, aggressive move by DeMarcus Cousins. He'll dish out more punishment than he receives, that's for sure.
Beverly against Redick. He dishes it to Cauley-Stein. Changes up. Can't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Rondo looking over the floor. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Powell kicks to Redick. Outside Hardaway. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Rondo. It's rebounded by Brunson. Mavericks leading by 8. Outside, Redick from downtown. Offensive rebound.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Now the Clippers with it. Outside Rondo. He feeds it to Batum. Stolen by Brunson. Kennard against Redick. Cauley-Stein kicks to Redick. The three-pointer, no good. Clippers trail by 10. Kennard with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And here they go. And Hardaway gets it to go.
How about the timing from Hardaway Jr. looking very comfortable taking shots after catching the pass.
Beverly the pass to Cousins. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Burks is checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. Hardaway for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. One-on-one fast break. Mann can't hit. Mavericks leading by 12. Lets it go from deep. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he...
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And pushing it up is Dallas. The Mavericks again in transition. And the pass to Marjanovic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Doncic against Leonard. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Doncic outside. Shot clock at 6. Back to Marjanovic. And it's off the back rim. No good.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Mann. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Doncic outside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Here's Doncic. Richardson right side. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 14-point lead as we bring
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, it was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 4 rebounds, and
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. Porzingis can't hit.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
That one goes. Count it.
You cannot let Doncic get established on the interior. This guy feels very comfortable wherever he is on the floor.
Down low, here's Morris. Outside for George. Jackson dishes to George. Here's Zubac. Doncic with the block. Stolen by Zubac. And George. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Doncic outside. Pass to Marjanovic. To the inside. Out to Doncic. For three. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. George, no good.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Back to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And the rejection by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball and finished off by Leonard.
We are talking about a solid 230 pounds. Kawhi Leonard's strength and his frame allows him to get shots off under duress.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Redick passes to Brunson. And he banks in the layup. Brunson's got his second bucket of the game to go. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 13-point game. Knocks it loose. Batum passes to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
This is what keeps Cousins' percentages up. The gimmies, my goodness.
1:52 left here in the third quarter. Redick surveying the D. Feeds it to Cauley Stein. Bucket is good. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Rondo against Brunson. Pass to Cousins. Outside Batum. Hardaway finds Powell. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr., a better playmaker than maybe people think. This guy very good at breaking the defense down.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots from outside off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Passes it to Redick. Cauley Stein against Cousins. They grab their own miss. Powell kicks to Brunson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brunson's got 5 points now this quarter.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively. No question he got bumped on that shot.
For Los Angeles, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Burke in for Jalen.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
And the wide open shot from Redick. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you, that's the speed of Paul George on the drive. Amazing attack on the rim.
That one misses. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Josh Richardson, also Burke out there. Hardaway is out there with Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the power forward position. Mavericks leading by 11. And here's Richardson. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
The drive by Doncic. Porzingis finds Doncic. Shoots from the right block. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Well, tracking down rebounds with ease. Kristaps Porzingis, outstanding mobility.
Clippers moving the ball around. George. And it's George finishing it off.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Drains the three-pointer.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Doncic outside. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Porzingis kicks to Finney Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And Dallas again with the bucket.
No shortage of confidence from Luka Doncic. If he gets a clean pass, it's going up.
Now, here is George. Guarded closer. But they get it back. And there's the pass to Zubac. Back to George. Another shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. That one rolling around and rims out. Clippers trail by 9. Batum attacking. And he uses the glass on the layup. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Pass to Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. Pass to Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. A pass to Porzingis. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
George finds Rondo. Outside, George. Bernard for three. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot three.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
For the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
George against Richardson. Doncic outside. Passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis. The jump hook. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
And here's George for three. Doesn't go for him. And it's Dallas the other way. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
Love the confidence. Porzingis doesn't just have the green light, guys. They're designing these plays to get him that look.
Los Angeles with another miss. Here's Finney-Smith. Kept alive. Here's Marjanovic, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. before we get going.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks had...
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles, and it's Covington in at the 3 slot. And for Dallas, Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Now here's Richardson. Back to Doncic. The pass to Porzingis. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Marjanovic. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And that one goes long.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Got a hand on it.
There's an intensity to Richardson's defense. He puts full effort into it. Loves being that thorn in your side.
Now, here's Doncic. They get it again. Second chance shot. They shoot again. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive board.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Covington with the steal. He feeds it to Lillard. And the basket is good.
You better play up on Lillard at all times, especially when the pass is coming his way. You got to know he's ready to shoot once he catches it.
Richardson outside. Shoots it. But they recover it. No good that time. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. He gets that one.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Doncic outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. It's Richardson on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Richardson. Here's Marjanovic. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
Now, here's Doncic. To the middle, here's Finney-Smith. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
And Porzingis, here we go. Lays it up off the glass. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did.
A physical player with a large frame. Nurkic was seemingly unbothered by the contact.
Richardson against McCollum. Out to Doncic. Back to Richardson. Pass to Porzingis to the wing on the left. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Portland also making some changes. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Harry Giles. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Well, I like Richardson's versatile skill set. He has the deep shot, but he can also drive through the D.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Here's Covington. It's rebounded by Dallas. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Covington. Porzingis can't hit.
Oh, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
And here is Hardaway. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from the... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Enes Kanter. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard. And Portland has possession. 4-point game. Here's Jones. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Now, Brunson. The pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Brunson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You got to love the decision-making from Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, aware he must keep improving as a passer.
Here's Simons. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks trail by 5.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Shot from 16. Powell. It's good on the putback. Powell's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And Redick kicks to Hardaway. Back to Redick. Just 5 on the clock. And it's good, assisting on the play was Hardaway. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
And that one's good, Anthony.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Now here's Brunson. He kicks it to Cauley Stein. Got a piece of it. Hardaway against Jones. Lobs it up for Anthony. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Powell, the pass to Hardaway. Cauley Stein. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Jones. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, takes the alley-oop pass, and dunks it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim. Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
Powell with the steal. Cauley Stein kicks to Brunson. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Burke, he's checked in for Dallas. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now here's Brunson. He's tightly guarded. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
And you got to do more than that to slow Cauley Stein down. I mean, he's used to absorbing contact while shooting.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. A three from McCollum. Puts up a three. It's not going to go for him. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Burke. Passes it to Brunson. Kicks it to Cauley Stein. Taken away by Anthony. Jones with it. Now guarded by Redick. Stolen by Brunson. Pass break, Dallas. Cauley Stein finds Burke. It's good. Here's McCollum. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Simons. .46 seconds left now here in the second. Kicks it out to McCollum. 5 on the clock. Fires for three. Portland again missing.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Burke can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Simons. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely, and the dunk by Powell.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with their lead standing at 6. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. And he doesn't get talked about that much, but Yusuf Nurkic, big part of what this team does. Can he just... And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now see...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I play, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more. But it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Marjanovic. Here's Doncic. Here's Porzingis. And it's rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. 6-point lead.
And I like what I see from Covington. I mean, he just doesn't look to shoot. He's good at passing, too.
Doncic outside. Richardson up top. Guarded by Powell. Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
Well, Lillard is capable of getting up to slam it home. You better keep him out of the paint.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Doncic outside. The pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic right side. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game here. And the technical free throw is good.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half. Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Richardson outside. Here's Doncic. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Lillard. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Porzingis has got the ball. Yep, it counts. Porzingis has got 7.
And just wanting it more there. You got to like seeing Porzingis beat everyone to the spot in the open floor.
Richardson against McCollum. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range. A rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Porzingis high post. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Porzingis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
McCollum outside. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Doncic against Lillard. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Doncic against Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. 8 points for him.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Outside Hardaway. Outside Porzingis. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Doncic has got his 2nd bucket.
It's clear that Doncic has the touch from three-point land. Now he just needs the consistency.
Back to Lillard. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
McCollum passes to Covington. Beyond the arc. McCollum, no good.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Outside Covington. To the inside. Here's Giles. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now it's a 10-point Portland lead.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Here's Brunson. Off target from three-point range. Portland leading by 10.
Whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Brunson scanning the floor. Passes it to Marjanovic. Over Kanter. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. It's Powell on the wing. That three off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Burke. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Burke's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Dallas. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's Simons. Porzingis with the steal. Now here's Burke. Defense right on him. Porzingis trying to get free. Hardaway no good. Trailblazers leading by 8. Lobs it up for Anthony. An emphatic LU jam.
And Melo, a skilled shooter. If he gets a clean look, you expect him to make it.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Left side, Porzingis. Pass to Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Simons. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks trail by 10. Here's Hardaway. Pass to Brunson. Back to Hardaway. Dallas again missing. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Now the pass to Jones. He kicks it to Carmelo. Shoots over Marjanovic. Goes back up. Jones the pass to Cantor. Over Hardaway. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
You're dealing with a lot when you're guarding Cantor. Big frame, good moves, good feet, good finisher, and doesn't mind the physical battles.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. Richardson comes in for Trey Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Anthony. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Doncic finds Porzingis, and he makes that one.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Drops in the tray.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a guy you can leave alone. Not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
Back to Marjanovic. Lays it up and banks it in.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
1:11 left to play here in the fourth. Three-pointer, Lillard. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Dallas the other way.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Portland.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Lillard.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Here's Richardson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. from 20 feet out. No good. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. And coming to you today from Portland, Oregon. And let's go.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams, injured players, and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. From deep, bangs home the trifecta. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus. And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And the basket by McCollum.
Now McCollum a blur that time in transition, a quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
Jackson against Covington. Yep, that one goes in there.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And that one's good, Lillard.
Now, those are the kind of shots that Lillard, when he gets in these hot streaks throughout the course of a season, gets more and more consistent with.
Here's Jackson. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Another shot, and Nurkic finishes inside.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. McCollum against George. Here's Zubats, and there's the pass to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Kicks to Leonard. Shoots over Powell, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Jared Jones in for Powell. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
Gotta love Melo rising up right there on the putback dunk and just taking advantage of the D.
The putback, Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up to the Portland Trailblazers. They lead by 4. Off target from outside.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Here's Lillard. Following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. From deep three-point range, and Damian Lillard good for the 3. Lillard's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Trailblazers. Rondo scanning the floor. And there's a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Man's checked in, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Portland leading by 5. Pass to Kanter. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Now, here's Kennard. Defense is right there, and the shot is good.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Simons. Offline with his 3. Clippers trail by 3. From the stripe, shots good by Kennard.
Well, Cousins just sensing there was going to be an opening and then found his man.
Trailblazers have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Here's Simons. From deep. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Mann. He dishes it to Batum. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Simons. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Mann in at small forward.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverley. The wide open look here for Anthony. Kanter. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Kanter is a monster on the offensive glass.
And Cousins throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Jones. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet, and it's Simons missing. The Clippers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Kennard against Anthony. From down low. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Powell dishes to Carmelo. For the 3. No good that time. Great D that time from Batum. Count that bucket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Simons surveying the D. From outside off the mark. The Clippers in the lead, moving it up. Pass to Cousins. At the top of the key, Batum. From outside the arc. He can't get that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Powell, no one around him. Offensive rebound. And staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
I feel like Melo has always been a guy who doesn't mind hanging around down low, knocking guys around a little bit, and getting great second chance opportunities.
Inside. Here's Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Outside, Jones. The 3. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Kennard with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Kennard, the pass to Batum. Right wing. Here's Mann. Trying to find Batum. He's got it now. Passes it to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. Batum, good. Batum's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
1:06 left to play here in the second quarter. It's Powell on the wing. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Batum with the ball. Anthony on him. Had the space there, but it's offline.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
And that one hits back iron.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Beverly finds Kennard. Over Anthony. Shot's good by Kennard. Kennard's got 4 this quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of 1. They turned it on in the second quarter, and instead of steering... That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Cousins has really been making it happen, guys.
really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Nailed from three-point land. McCollum's got 8 points. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Paul George put his defender in the blender right there. Tough for him to guard that kind of possession.
And George drops them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Lillard dishes to Powell. There's the pass to McCollum. Takes the three. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in.
They're great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Powell against George. Outside Leonard. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Nurkic.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Pass to George. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And that one drops for him. Zubac has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
McCollum kicks the foul. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. McCollum's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
For Los Angeles, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Anthony's checked in for Portland. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Paul George. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Out to Morris. Pass to Rondo. Now, here's Zubac. No good with the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Lillard dishes to Covington. From deep. And Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Trailblazers.
Something sapped them of their energy defensively since halftime. In the first half, out there scrambling, running, hustling. Since then, not so much.
Rondo against Lillard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Cantor checked in for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 17-6 run. Lillard from deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 9 points now in the quarter. Lillard against Kennard. He kicks it to Beverly. Stolen by McCollum. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lillard with the ball. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Beverly, the pass to Cousins. And good that time. 10 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
I like to watch when DeMarcus Cousins outworks any defender. He finds ways to score. Even with the aggressive defense surrounding him, he'll find a gap.
McCollum outside. From deep three-point range. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Portland holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. What a defensive effort they put on. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, we've got Reggie Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's George in at the 3 slot. Kicks it out to Lillard. Cantor trying to free himself up. Lillard misses. Clippers trail by 11. Here's Jackson. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Passes to Carmelo. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's George. Back to Batum. In the corner, Kennard with it. 2 points. That one goes. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Dishes it to McCollum. Now Cantor. And that one drops. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Not everything fell for them in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Jackson down low, covered by Lillard. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Now the dish to Cantor. Back to Lillard. And it's good. 2 points. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Jones, no one around him. Misses the 3. Clippers trail by 9. Jackson in the corner. There's the 3. And Damian Lillard pulls it down.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. A shot by Batum, no good. Portland leading by 9. Lillard fires away from way outside. The offensive rebound. Anthony right side. Lillard against Batum. From deep. Unable to get that one.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Now here's Lillard. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. A three. Rebound by the Clippers.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise. Go ahead and lead them, Paul George. Stepping up, huge shot at this moment in the game.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cantor kicks to Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. Portland no good that time either.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Lillard way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And so it's Portland winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for... What a story. David, thank you. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Richardson. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. So it's the Mavericks now, after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Marjanovic kicks to Finney-Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Throws it up high. Marjanovic, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Outside, Porzingis. No good on the 3. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. And Morris throws it down.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Porzingis against Morris. Doncic feeling it out. Back to Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Not the efficient start they were hoping for. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Dallas no good that time either.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Hardaway's checked in for Dallas. Leonard against Hardaway. 17-foot shot on the way. And he overshot that one, missing. The Mavericks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Doncic, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Josh Richardson.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. George against Porzingis. And George kicks to Cousins. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Rondo. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Mavericks trail by 3. Cauley Stein passes to Hardaway. There's the lob to the hoop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. And a deep 3 from George, and the Clippers miss again. Dallas has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out, looking cold from outside. Hardaway with a wide-open look. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
George dishes to Rondo. Here's Cousins. Second shot opportunity, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, he's a guy who is built for these kind of plays. DeMarcus using his size and skill to full advantage.
Runs in the pass to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Back to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
The floater. Rondo, no good.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Nobody near Leonard. And the three off target. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. Five seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Burke. And that does it for the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in at the small forward position. Burke dishes to Powell. Back to Burke. Trying to find Batum. He's got it now. One-on-one here.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court. And then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
Now Burke. Now here's Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Finney-Smith's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Mavs. Powell against George. Batum trying to break loose. And they're able to recover. Shoots the 3. Batum, great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Richardson outside. To the middle. And the pass to Burke. Outside, Redick. Back to Burke. 5 to shoot. Over Beverley. Shot clock reset for Dallas. The shot by Powell, no good. And here's Beverley. He brings it up for the Clippers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And it's George finishing it off.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Burke looking over the floor. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. The Clippers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hardaway comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Trey Burke. Brunson kicks to Hardaway. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
George with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Cousins inside. Richardson covering. And there it is for him. Cousins has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
They are just killing them on the interior.
On the wing, Hardaway. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And then for Dallas, Willie Cauley-Stein. He's checked in for Dwight Powell. And Doncic is subbed in for Richardson.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Jackson has the open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. 1:06 left in the first half. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. Hardaway for 3. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Now it's a 5-point Dallas lead.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Passes it to Brunson. In the corner, Hardaway with it. He lobs it up.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Jackson looking around. Los Angeles with another miss.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Jacks up a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hardaway has got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a...
And so it's Dallas going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside of that.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Nice game. Great performance by Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. We've got Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Richardson kicks to Doncic. Back to Richardson. Out to the wing. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Leonard against Doncic. Kicks it out to Richardson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. George against Richardson. From past the arc. And it's George missing.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Doncic against George. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. Here's Finney Smith. He's covered by Leonard. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. The baseline J off the mark.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Now the Mavericks moving it up. Richardson outside. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Doncic left side. To the inside. And that one's good. Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 6 points.
One sign of a great playmaker. hitting his man in stride.
Marjanovic against George. Zubac.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Dallas leading by 10. Doncic passes to Richardson. Doncic against Leonard. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. Lock at 6. It's Richardson on the wing. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Richardson's got 4 points in the quarter. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
.149 left to play in the third. Richardson finds Marjanovic. Richardson against Jackson. Up top, Doncic. That one falls.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Shoots from the line. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Now here's Marjanovic. Doncic outside. Kicks it out to Richardson. A pass to Porzingis. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pass to Kennard. This one for 3. Reverses. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Zubac.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And so it's Dallas holding up. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Kennard is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverly. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Zubac in at the center. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Redick against Beverly.
Easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Dallas leading by 8. Here's Brunson. Redick surveying the D. There's the feed to Hardaway. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Rondo passes to Zubac. Back to Rondo. The pass to Kennard. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Kennard's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Clippers. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And here is Burke. Now Brunson to the paint. Makes it off the glass.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now here's Beverly. Burke covering. And it's Rondo in the corner. Pass to Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. Mavericks leading by 7. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Brunson kicks to Redick. No good on the triple. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Here's Kennard. Up and in on the layup.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Pass to Burke. Back to Brunson. Pass to Marjanovic. Brunson with it. Kicks it to Redick. Here's the 3. Outside Hardaway. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Rondo passes to Batum. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer off the mark. Dallas leading by 7. Hardaway kicks to Brunson. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Marjanovic passes to Brunson. The dish to Burke. Over Rondo. No good on that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. Batum attacking. Count it. Good.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Poked away, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Batum. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Dallas, Zingas, he's checked in for Redick. Richardson comes in for Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic against Rondo.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Now here's Rondo. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Leonard on the wing. Puts it up from 17. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
Richardson kicks to Marjanovic. The pass to Richardson. Knocks down the 3 ball.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Knocks down the trifecta.
Rondo showing once again that championship pedigree. Someone came to play.
Richardson for 3. Rajon Rondo with the rebound. The 3 from George. That one, no good. And so it's Dallas winning this one. A truly gutsy ball ride, David. Thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve.